Hello. Oh, camera's a little fucked up. There we go. That works. I wanted to talk right now a little bit about Nietzsche's idea of the higher man and his unending quest for the Overman, as he put it, and or the man who is, in a way, God to the higher man, the better than man, Overman. If you get the point there, over man means better than man. But anyway, he when he wrote his books, he had a very clear idea that most people, he knew he wasn't writing to the masses. He knew that only a very select demographic of the population is actually going to be capable of wanting to read his stuff, and then an even fewer portion of completely understanding his writings. I don't claim to be an expert on Nietzsche or anything like that. I'm still working on it. But I do believe I have a semi-working understanding of his works and what he means by the higher man in the quest for the Overman. No one can actually attain the title of Overman. That's not really an attainable goal. But I do believe everyone inside of them has the capability or the, what would the word be, the potential to become a higher man. But then it kind of comes down to whether you think life is all determined or all chaotic. I believe it meets somewhere in the middle, where it's kind of like there's chaotic patterns to life, where we're like ants walking through. I'll just use this as a metaphor. God's mansion. The ant's gonna have no fucking idea what's going on. He's just looking for food. He's just living life. And he has zero idea of the aesthetic or patterns around him. And he's incapable of understanding what is actually going on around him. Now, not call humans ants, but into that level, I think we are. Kind of like walking through God's library that's all written in a language we can't even read. So we're pulling out books. It'll take us like several centuries to complete one book, but there's an infinite amount of books, and we just can't wrap our heads around it, Because humans on an individual basis have a hard time. We can only fit so much data in our head, so we kind of have to pick certain regions to become experts in. Or you can be like a jack of all trades and kind of have a pretty swell understanding of most things, but in general, it is very difficult and very strenuous objective to want to acquire ultimate knowledge or all-knowing powers, or at least get as much as a human being can attain, because then you're sacrificing possibly enjoyment in life. If you're completely focused on philosophical understandings and looking for aesthetic in the universe and shit, you may be missing out on your present life. You're focusing too much on the past and the future, and you're not focusing enough on the present. And you really gotta learn how to breathe and do it at the same time. I stop breathing. But anyway, as I was saying, everyone has the potential to become the higher man. But there is a bit of determinism sprinkled in there, so most people are not going to reach that full potential. Most people are going to fall short and crash and burn, essentially. Because the quest to become the higher man is a very treacherous road full of demons and fucking traps and shit, and you'll get fucked up if you don't know what you're doing. If you don't go in there with the right mindset, or if you change mindsets too many times going down that road, it is a dangerous road. I've done it, and I'm sure plenty of people have experienced the same thing. I've talked to people who have. Yeah, they're kind of like, if you fuck up, you slip off into insanity and madness, or you kind of acquire like a god complex. I've seen people do that too. Yeah, if you do manage to win and defeat your shadow, not necessarily defeat your shadow, but meld with your shadow, come to kind of like an understanding, you kind of like unlock a part of you that has been there the whole time, but kind of just remained under the surface. It's like Alan Watts' book. It's called Become Who You Are, and he has a bunch of lectures on it too. Nietzsche's ideas are the same thing. Become what you already are and what you have the potential to become. It's already in you to do great things. All you gotta do is do it, get it out. Blech. Just vomit that shit up onto a surface and then paint something with it. That's essentially what he means by becoming the higher man. But yeah, the Overman, the quest to become the Overman is the higher man's true quest. The higher man has a goal, a clear goal in his mind that he wishes to accomplish by a certain date, whether it's before he's dead, by the time he gets old, or whatever it happens to be. And this is what defines the higher man. And in a way, it's a sense. A lot of times, the goals kind of reflect on. When you first become a higher man, you can be slightly like narcissistic or egotistical still, because that stuff's kind of harder to buck off, but it's very necessary, honestly. If you start, once you acquire this potential, you just feel so powerful. I'll use that word. You feel powerful. You feel like you've gained real physical manifestation of what power really is inside of you in the real world, and you feel like you can do anything, and that you're better than those around you. And well, it's important to eventually kind of get rid of that feeling. It is important to also have it at the beginning, because that allows you to find the potential in yourself, the greatness that is in you, and realize that you are deserving of all the good things that happen to you and all the bad things. Because everything is balanced, and that's a realization that's part of becoming the Overman. I mean, the higher man. No one can become the Overman. It would be kind of cool, though, being like a god. I don't know, everyone feels that way, though. But anyway, that's all I wanted to talk about for a little bit. Peace.